Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're taking another look at the Stihl fs38. Now we've got a couple other videos working on this unit. We did some other work, we got it fired up and realized it was leaking gas. Come to find out it was leaking around the grommet here on the fuel line, so we'll have to replace the whole fuel line. I'm going to walk you guys through that step by step today. Now I'm going to be putting in a HIPAA parts fuel line. I'll have a link through Amazon down below if you guys decide to buy this particular replacement. That purchase helps support the channel and I do appreciate it. If not, you guys can always go to your local dealer and order up an OEM fuel line to do this job. So with that, let's get into it. All right, so we're going to be using 8mm socket in a T27 torque bit potentially. I don't quite remember on this unit, but I like to have both on hand. This is the 8mm to get in here. Remove the air filter. Now last time I didn't bother hooking the gas lines up when I reassembled because I knew we had to replace them, so I left those unhooked. I'll also have links down below through Amazon to like the torque bit and the wrench. They might not be these because these are steel, but I'll get you guys something similar hopefully through Amazon. You guys can order those up there in case you need them. So when you get in here and you're looking at this fuel line right here in the tank, when I'd pumped this up for the primer, when this was, I had this full of fuel, which means fuel was all the way up to here. This isn't seated in properly. You can feel that it's really not pliable. I mean, I just broke the gas line. It's not very pliable like this. Flexible, pliable. This is dried out, hardened, so time to replace it. Just pull this cable down and get in here and look and see that gasket. Sometimes these are loose enough you can just pull them right out by hand, just like that. Gas filter comes out and everything. So I am going to toss everything, gas filter and all. The HIPAA parts kit actually comes with 2 filters, 2 gas lines, and 2 new primer bulbs. So I'm not going to replace the primer bulb quite yet. This one's fine, but we're going to use our new gas line that came with the HIPAA parts kit. Get this popped on here. So again, you guys can see like this stuff is pretty dried out. I mean, this is a little bit older unit, so it's bound to happen over time. You can see though, just dried out, no good. Chuck that. Got different types of grease here in the shop, but we're just going to take some basic white, a little bit of white grease. I'm just going to kind of put it around our grommet here. Just make it a little bit easier putting everything back together. Fish that all back inside. Just gonna turn it. Kind of want both those hoses this way so they're in line. Work on the back of the grommet first. Try to work my way around to the front. Modified flathead screwdriver, so all hard edges have been rounded over. There's no hard or sharp edge. You want to do that so you don't puncture the new line or any of the new rubber here. I'm just going to use that to kind of help get this gas line in place. Boom. In. There's a small hole for this tab for the throttle linkage to sit in, or the throttle cable. So it kind of goes in there, but the cable always wants to pull it out, so you kind of got to hold it in place while you fart around here and slip the carb on. Actually, let's fish our carb on. Oop. Let's get our carb fished onto the line here. Then put that on, and then slip the carb on. You guys can't see, my hands are in the way. Try not to get the line caught up behind the cable. Sometimes it's the stupid little things that hang you up. Let's see, this has got to get in its little spot. All right. I like to hold everything in place, grab the throttle, make sure everything is working as it should. It looks to be working properly. Longer gas line goes to the top, short one to the bottom. Sometimes it's a little tricky though. Still got some of that grease on my hands, so it's a little slippery trying to put that thing on there. Get our air filter box on. Get those 8mm nuts back on. New air filter. Don't forget, guys, at the end of the season, drain all your fuel out or put Stihl moto mix in. A shelf life of 2 years, so you can drain out the stuff that you mix. If you mix it yourself, drain it out before winter hits, you know, the end of summer. Put moto mix in, run it, let it idle, run it for a bit so moto mix gets all up through your lines and inside your carburetor. Shut it off and you can put it away. It should fire right back up in the spring though. Filled this all the way up with fuel. Like I said, I didn't know I had an issue with that line until it was full, so let's prime it up here. Usually about 5 or 6 times. So far, nothing's squirting out where that fuel line is, so that is a plus. New gas line. Hopefully you guys will be able to get your unit up and running. I will I'll shoot another video and we'll just see about putting this carburetor back to factory settings, so keep an eye out for that in case yours is running funky. It's easier to just do multiple videos, so you know you can find what it is you need here on the channel. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, guys, and thanks for watching.